So you all know about what a fiction is, but little do you know about the metafiction. In this video, I'll explain to you what this literary term metafiction means. So let's get started. So this term was coined by this person, William H. Crass. So it would be helpful for the exam purpose. It might be asked who coined this term in his work, Philosophy and the Form of Fiction. It's just an info. Just remember this. This metafiction, it could be explained in three ways. First of all, it's a narrative technique. In postmodern era, we see this narrative technique has become prominent. In earlier, we also find, but it's primarily associated with the postmodern literature. Now, it's a narrative technique that self-consciously reflects upon itself. It's a fiction beyond fiction or fiction about fiction. So if you search what metafiction is, so in Google you'll find this meaning that it's beyond fiction. Metafiction means, meta means beyond, and fiction or fiction about fiction. So let me give you an example. If you read the novel, the Victorian novel, Jane Eyre, so it's one of the best novels. So you must read this novel. In this novel, you will find about Mr. Rochester's wife, legal wife, Bertha Mason, who is actually a mad woman and who is confined to an attic. This novel doesn't describe in detail what's the story that happened between Mr. Rochester and Mrs. Martha Mason, or what is that made her go crazy. Okay. It just describes as she got mad and their marriage doesn't work out, and instead of sending her to a madhouse, he just spared her from sending there, because in madhouse the mad people are treated in a most inhuman way. Okay, so that's why he kept her. These details, the what happened between them or what is the cause behind her madness, so it doesn't describe or it doesn't entail of those descriptions. Okay, this person Jean Rye's White Sargasso Sea, this work, it actually describes all these things. So it's kind of prequel of this novel. It's a fiction work, but it's a fiction about fiction. Okay, so this is how it works. I hope you understand it. So if you haven't read the novel, you must read it. And I've also made an analysis of this novel, The New Human Concept of Jane Eyre. You could watch this video uploaded on my channel. You'll find the link in the I button as well. Also, there are lots of adaptation from 1910 to 2011. There are lots of adaptation of this novel. So you could watch these adaptations. The best adaptation is the 2011 adaptation. Now next, it may be a story within a story. So the work Canterbury Tales, so if you read the Canterbury Tales, it contains lots of stories. So there are many characters and each of them tell two stories, and those stories are fictional stories. So the whole work Canterbury Tales, it's a fictional work by Chaucer, and there are lots of stories in that work. Okay, there are lots of work that also deals with this story within a story kind of thing. Dostoevsky's Brothers Karamazov, there is a person who tells a long story. Okay, so you'll find many works. So it may be a story within a story. Now next is, it's a playful narrative technique that constantly reminds the reader that they are reading a fictional work, or it forces them to think how a work is written. So the best example you'll find the Thought Fox poem written by Ted Hughes. Okay, this poem basically it describes how a fictional poem or how a poem is written. Here you see that the poet is sitting alone in his drawing room. So the poem is about how an inspiration comes to him into his mind in the form of a fox, and how he ends up writing a poem at the end. Okay, and thus the poem describes the whole process of writing from nothing in mind and finally a blank paper to inspiration on printed paper. So you see that the poet is sitting alone in his drawing room. He's trying to think of any inspiration or any idea. So if you have ever had this experience of writing any poem or story, so you'll try to find an idea that it's not coming right away. So it takes a time, step by step. First it will be invisible, it would be not that delicately clear. Okay, but step by step finally we'll get to that idea you're trying to find. So here you see that cold delicately as the dark snow a fox's nose touches. So first the fox's nose becomes visible, not whole the body. So it's an idea inspiration, not the literal sense of fox. Okay, finally you can see that the window is starless, the clock ticks, the page is printed. Okay, so the whole process of writing, what he's doing actually to write a poem. Okay, finally he says that everything remains as it is, the window is startless, the clock ticks, and the page is printed, it means the poem is written. Okay, so he's trying to find an idea or find inspiration to write his poem. So you see, it describes nothing but the whole process of how a poem is written. Okay, so this is what metafiction means. I hope you have got a hang of it, how this term actually means. So if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section below. So thank you for watching this video.